What's up, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and we are here with Far Cry 5. Today, taking a look at the best Fang for hire. We've got all three now, Boomer, Cheeseburger, and Peaches. They're labeled as Stealth, Heavy, and Scout, but who is really the right one for you, and who is my personal pick? We're about to attempt a little bit of action with each one, and we're going to start off with Cheeseburger because it's the most straightforward and I think the most obvious of how this plays out and what this freaking hunk of a bear can do. As long as you don't get spotted across this road, good job, Cheeseburger. You managed to stay hidden even though you're anything but. Alright, so we've got an outpost here, and we're just going to send Cheeseburger in and show you what he's got. So there's a ton of people here. I'm going to send Cheeseburger in and start marking and just see how these cult outposts go once we have a little bit of action from our friend, the Cheeseburger Bear. Very effective. Thus far, I found Cheeseburger to be very darn tough because, as you can see, Cheeseburger, as long as you mark the target, seems to come in and just take anybody out. It's almost a little unfair. Cheeseburger is going to come back to me now, and we'll do our best to try and tackle. This guy's shooting rockets at us. That's a nice arrow shot. People from behind, it's okay. Don't worry. Cheeseburger's going to get in there and do good stuff. Now, Peaches and some of the others will get killed. And as I say that, our good friend Cheeseburger goes down. He's not immune from death, that's for sure. But there are instances where he will go down faster than the other Fangs. One, because he's just straight up larger. But two, and most importantly, he aggroes a whole lot of gunfire. So in a busy or big encounter, he will pull a lot of bullets, and that can put poor Cheeseburger down quite quickly. One-on-one, more than fine. But because of his size and because of his volume, he really does attract a ton of attention. Let's look for some targets. There is a lion. We're going to grab a shotgun and see what we can do. Cheeseburger, there's guys flinging their way in. Let's see if you can come and help out. Hello, Cheeseburger. I'll take that guy out, but you can come get the other dude around the back here. Come on, buddy. And let's see. Even with a guy wielding a gun, doesn't really do a good job of taking out Cheeseburger, because Cheeseburger is one slap, and that sauce is all over their face. They're a mess, they're a disgrace, and it's over. Freeing the hostages and taking out these targets. Go get him, Cheeseburger. Boom! He comes to maul me, and we're going to maul him right back. Now, unfortunately, that animal is going to have to go. Cheeseburger, there's a truck over here. Let's see what we can do. I feel the most invulnerable when I have Cheeseburger. I feel the most successful and the most just like perfect with Cheeseburger. Now, that is a liberated outpost with Cheeseburger. Let's see how we handle something with Peaches and Boomer, and you can make your pick. I have a heavy favorite after round one, but let's take our talents to another Fang for hire. Alright, so Cheeseburger, the fearsome grizzly, definitely exercised his right to attack, and he did draw focus during combat. Let's move to Boomer, who is labeled as the Scout, the good boy. He can tag all enemies, which does come in handy, so you don't have to pull out those binoculars, and anytime someone comes as reinforcements, or if they are just around a corner, Boomer will help you pick them up without having to spot yourself. He sometimes can fetch a weapon, which is interesting. He is the weakest of the attackers, though. Let's see how a battle at the Covenant, or the Convent, let's see how a battle at the Convent plays out with Boomer in tow. So here is another cult outpost. It looks to be a lot of indoor environments, but still reinforced, as you can see, by quite a few dudes. Now, Boomer, as he heads this way, will start to mark his targets. Now, Boomer can be sent in to do a little dirty work, and hopefully he'll mark as he moves. And he's doing such as we get hit with a little bit of the beautiful drugs. He will take him down, but it takes a while, as you can see. 1,002, 1,000. It's about 3 seconds if we had started from the top. He can do it stealthily, although it's a little louder, again, given the timetable. Let's send him after this guy and see if we can't approach this outpost with some good opening moves, and Boomer will help. He's not spotted as easily. Doesn't attract as much attention as someone like Cheeseburger. But again, it does take that 1,001, 1,000 to almost to 3 seconds to get the takedown. He is able to be stealthy, though, as a scout, you would hope and expect. Let's move in. The marking thing to me is kind of like the biggest that I really like. And honestly, if you focus on utilizing your Fangs for Hire well, you can pretty much really like make these outposts and all of your encounters a whole lot easier. They do go down pretty easily though if you're not working in tandem, so I do highly recommend you focusing on trying to help your pup or your bear or your Peach stay alive. Now I'm lucky I have a rocket launcher, so we are going to be able to cause quite a bit of damage here. They are getting all back up though, which is a little bit disastrous. Luckily I've got a shotgun. Boomer is going to try and help. I literally just fell down a mountain and we're going to have to grapple back up. We'll see how Boomer can handle himself up there. He is running away. He's not going to be anywhere near as aggressive as Cheeseburger. So he's more of a support than he is a direct attacker. Someone like Cheeseburger can really lead the fight, and in some ways almost feels like a win button, I will say. So kind of feel guilty about using Cheeseburger just because he is so darn helpful. But if that's what you're looking for, I think he's the go-to pick. Boomer is going to come in here and try to do some dirty work. Let's see if we can follow him. He is chasing after, getting a good down there, and as long as it's one-on-one without much gunplay, Boomer is pretty darn successful. Let's take out this wolf so that it does not impact Boomer. And he really is working his magic. This is the most successful I've seen Boomer. I think it's because there are a lot of walls, but as you can see, they are going to take him out here probably as they go to town. But with all the different corners, Boomer is able to retreat and really be effective. Not going to let him just get beat up. He's going to heal a bit. If left on his own, Boomer will bite the dust, especially against guns. Now, melee, he seems to be having some decent success, but let's send him against someone with an automatic rifle and see how he does there. He's already a little bit down on health. Let's see if we send him through the bloom. He is going to get beat back. Eventually, though, Boomer wins out, and that is another liberation. These animals are successful, and they are helpful. I think, especially with Boomer, as long as you offer some support, you can definitely make him an effective teammate. Honestly, pretty surprised with how successful Boomer was there. I guess if you manage him well, he can be just as good of a boy as big old Burgermeister. Now let's move to Peaches, the feline powerhouse. Her specialty is stealth. She'll silently take down an enemy and will stay hidden when moving through tall grass. So that's great for not being spotted, and she should have a quicker TTD than Boomer, even though Boomer is the most adorable of all. We're going to give Peaches a go and see what our friend can do, lurking in the low grass. Now, we will have to mark for Peaches. She's not able to do that, and honestly, if you don't want to have to deal with this, Boomer may be your choice. I promise you, though, in bigger fights that involve more guns, Boomer does go down quicker than Cheeseburger or Peaches. But honestly, it's all about supporting them. If you send them off and stay back, they're going to have a hard time. Except for maybe Cheeseburger, who can come in and kind of just wreck everyone. But Peaches is supposed to be the stealth monster of the bunch. Let's see how that actually works out. Now, we are going to need to approach a way that will give us a chance to be stealthy. We got people up in towers that are making this lumber mill a little bit trickier of a place to take down. We also may have some people approaching from the backside, which is not going to be good. But let's see if we can't get a good initial approach. There is our first target. We'll have Peaches head there. Oh, there's also this guy. Let's have Peaches. That's a shielded enemy. This is where it's going to be tricky. Peaches very stealthy, navigating around the shielded enemy. To go in for the takedown there. 1001, 1002. Honestly, it feels a little just about the same time as Mr. Boomer. I'm not sure if Peaches can handle a shielded enemy on her own. Oh, wow. Really nice. Okay, so Peaches does feel a little bit faster than Boomer in terms of the takedowns. And men will return to you in speedy stealth fashion. Now, if this video is teaching you anything, it's that these animal friends are very, very powerful and can be very helpful. You probably could do a run of the game where only the animals are at play. I'm not sure that would be the most fun. You wouldn't get to use any of the guns or anything of the sort, but it would be pretty cool. Let's see if we can send Peaches in to the interior of the lumber mill without being alerted. I'm not sure. They might see her, but she is able to get the quick 1001, 1002 kill. Yeah, honestly, a little bit faster than Boomer, it seems. Not as much as I expected or anticipated once I started counting, but quick enough to make a difference. Now, Peaches... To me, Peaches is the one that I find the least useful, honestly. And that may come as a surprise given her stealth, label. But Mr. Burger is so freaking destructive. One paw slap and they're out. And Boomer does the marking for you. So it sort of leaves Peaches in an odd spot because Peaches is a bit of a quicker kill, but not an instant kill. And Boomer, if supported right, can still deal damage. Now, we're literally taking on this entire area almost solo. Let's do what we've done in all these instances, which is get into a combat scenario and see how they handle themselves there. We'll fire this to kind of wake up the base camp and try to get some people to come in and see what they can do. Hello. Ow. Yep. Come on, Peaches. How do you deal with someone with a shotgun? That was a quick takedown. Doing work. Let's go up here and let Peaches do all the work. Nicely done. They're going to bring reinforcements in. I cannot shutter that yet. Okay, Peaches, get down there and help me out. I grabbed an assault rifle. And we'll see. I mean, honestly, what this video is kind of proving is that whichever animal you like, you can work well with. As long as you are a friend to your Fang, you will be pretty darn successful. I could use the mounted gun. I'm not going to do that. More often than not, your animals will survive quite a while. The only instances I've had them die, Boomer especially, is when left to their own devices and they kind of get in messes that they make for themselves rather than the messes that you make for them. Because as you can see, when I make the messes, it's pretty hard for these animals to fail. And they are great helpers. Now, I think that the human Fangs are a little bit more annoying. They will cause more trouble for you because of gunfire, because of arrows. They're spotted and seen more easily, and they make a little bit more noise. Now, some of them intend to be quiet as well, but I feel like they are just a tougher team member to take with you and try to stay perfectly silent. That's another liberation. That's 3 outposts liberated with 3 different animals. Frankly, all kind of the same way. It really boils down to Cheeseburger is going to give you the most attack power but the most attention. Boomer is going to be the most helpful in his marking, but when push comes to shove, will die the fastest and has the longest time to death for his takedowns. And then Peaches fits right in the middle, and to me is the one that I guess I like for the visual and just the thought of like I'm rolling through Montana with this cougar. But I don't know what her spot is. Honestly, if I had to rank them, I'm probably going to rock in a tough situation. I'm probably rocking Burger and then Boomer and then Peaches. But if you don't want to, you can completely do this all on your own and just take out whoever you want without much worry. Let's see if we can get this truck to stop and wrap this video up. That is all 3 of the Fangs for Hire. They don't even want to play with us. They know we're just going to wreck them like we've been doing all video. That's Boomer, that's Peaches, and that is Cheeseburger. Who's your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. They're really all pretty tough, as you can see here. You know, they can be stealthy, they can be strong, and they can be helpful. It just depends the little slight differences that you prefer. All in all, though, every animal is extremely effective, and Fangs for Hire at times feel like a cheat button, but for the most part are just a really fun way to venture around taking down Eden's Gate with a pup, with a big bear, and with a multicolored eyed cougar. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic day and enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other Far Cry 5 content. I've got the secret ending, I've got arcade mode, and I've got the walkthrough. I hope to see you over there. Until then, drink so much all things again. I love you, and we'll see you all later.